Ian Springham is a poet, writer, teacher, trainer, painter, and trainer who asks hard questions about what gets lost when institutions fail. Drawing on his own lived experience, he makes the case that our shared cultural values are the starting point for fixing broken systems. So please, let's give it up for Ian.
Thank you. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I came here hoping never to see anybody ever again. So please be gentle. By poetry, I'll try to be gentle with you. Okay. So, these ancient temple stones of Gozo stand, while Gigantia still holds sacred light, now threatened by the heavy builder's hand that trades the universal for the slight. The bureaucrat presents his narrow view to pave the context from the ancient stone, in cold contempt for all the history new that leaves the heritage to die alone. They cite their meetings, rigorous and long, to bless the nearby desecrating blow. But their due process is a siren song that lets the corporate blight take root and grow. We fall between the fractures of control, where modern avarice devours the soul. The first one called Gigantia, surprisingly. This next one's a little bit, should we say, closer to hand, and it's, inspired by the citadel, but really it's about Santa Viana behind us, where there are police mounting at the moment. The layered soil, I'll try to keep this is more emotional. The layered soil of Santa Verna's earth, where Neolithic children came to life, are bartered now for bleak commercial worth, while corporate boxes crowd against the sky. Beneath the ground, upon that sacred land, lay shattered traces of a vanished race, now crushed beneath development's hard hand that strips the soil of ritual and place. Those sleeping infants linger in the dirt, while roadworks split the buffer zone in two. A cold indifference to the ancient hurt that stains the sordid process through and through. The data gone is lost forevermore, a sealed dark doorway upon the island's shore. And the final one, the place everyone sees as they're on their way into Gozo, Fort Chambray. The ancient fort upon the Gozo height, where knights once held the harbour and the crest, now bears the scars of modern grasping blight, as greed lays siege against the island's breast. Now choked by concrete and the climbing crane, a brutal order dressed in legal state, that trades the bastion for a hollow gain, and leaves its wounded stones to meet their fate. Fort Chambray too was left without defence, exposed through years of dark official spite, its stewards draped in pageant and pretense, while heritage was smothered out of sight. We raise no sword, we sound no battle cry, but watch the stones of history slowly die. I also wrote a speech, if we have time. And again, I need to read it. I haven't had time to memorize it. I've been teaching English. And there's only so many students will hear my speech or my parents before they tell me, teach us English, oh wise one. Okay, I want to talk about what gets lost when nobody is watching. Not misplaced, not mislaid, but gone. The kind of gone that doesn't come back. 3 sites, Gigantia, Santa Viana, Fort Chambray. Between them, they represent thousands of years of human presence on these islands. Evidence that people lived here, buried their dead here, and defended what they loved here. And right now, in the name of due process, in the language of planning applications and heritage impact assessments and online permits, all of it is being traded away. Quietly, legally, with all the paperwork in order. I know something about how that feels. I spent years watching institutions process their way around the truth. Not through malice, that would be too easy and easier to fight, but through indifference, through the performance of procedure, through a system that mistakes the appearance of accountability for the thing itself. What I learned is this: institutions don't fail because the wrong people are in charge. They fail because we allow them to define what counts as loss. And when they do, when the bureaucrat decides what matters, then a burial pit full of children's bones becomes a planning consideration. A 5,000-year-old landscape becomes an obstacle to a hotel. Cultural heritage is not a planning consideration. It's the shared evidence that we were here, that we cared about something beyond the next financial quarter. It is, if you want to get philosophical about it, the proof that being human has meant something. The institutions that are failing these sites are the same institutions that are supposed to protect them. And that is not a coincidence. That is a pattern. But patterns can be broken, only if enough people refuse to let them fall between the cracks.
Bravo. Bravo.